Thanks. Think beyond a job, right? We hear that the unemployment rate is very high. And that affects you guys. Okay, now, on a serious level, think about it. If the unemployment rate is at 74.7% for the youth, all right? That makes it only 26% will be fine. So when we are here and there's 100 of you, out of 100, only 26 people will get a job. All right? Now take that very seriously, guys, because you are moving from matric, you're entering this world. I know it's all fun right now at school, everything is all good, you're excited about the next stage, but careful, because this is where you can actually lose it. You know, you find people in the corner of the robots with stickers out saying, I need a job. They're basically trying to market themselves. You don't want to be one of those people. But if you know how to present yourself well, you can easily maneuver your way, like Siswam just said regarding NYDA. They want CVs. They want to see how professional you are. All right? Also on that note, it's not always about a job. Even when you apply for a business plan, you need a CV so that they can see who you are. So take your CV very importantly. So it's not the only thing that's going to get you a job, but also a business. And I'd like to encourage you guys here, all of you. Life is not about getting a job. Sometimes it's about starting a business. But anyway, where do you find jobs? Because I know most of you don't even know where to find jobs, because you're going to get out of school and then next thing, go and find a job. Where do you go? So first and foremost, there's the job websites that you can go to. The first one is us, SA Gov Jobs. We list all the government jobs. So if you want a job in government, you can go to SA Gov Jobs. And then you'll get a chance to apply. And when jobs are out, you'll be notified. All right? And then from there on, there's Indeed, Career Junction, PNet, Best Jobs, all of those ones. But most importantly, when you're looking for a job, just use Google Bafwetu. All right? It kind of simplifies things as well. Now, we're talking about CVs here. There's two types of CVs, and I'm sure you've seen CVs. If you haven't, most people go for this one, the one on the, your left, all right, on the left. Most of the time you find a CV like this. But as you can see, that CV, there's so many spaces and so little information. But if you look at the CV, if you look at this CV, it's a little bit different. Why? Because we tried to put in everything within one page. So when you do get to a stage whereby you're designing your CV, just keep this picture in mind. All right? These kind of CVs, they don't particularly sell you well. Now, how do you design such a CV? It's very simple. First and foremost, start with your personal summary. Now, what is a personal summary? A personal summary is where you describe yourself, all right, who you are. This is where you sell yourself. Now, in most cases, don't say, I'm a high school student, or I just finished high school and I'm hardworking, and that's it. No. Talk about those things that are personal to you, so those things that make you you, that make you strong. Talk about the skills that you've learned, even if you've learned them from your mother, you didn't even learn them from school. Hardworking is something that you learned from your mother in most cases. So think about that whenever you write your CV. Your personal summary, make sure that you have it well. From there onwards, you have your content and layout. What is content and layout? Content is the things that you write, and layout is how you position them. Now, the previous slide, you can see the layout was very bad. It's very spaced out. If you had to fit in that much information onto this layout, it'll probably take you 3 pages of that CV. But with this layout, 1 page. Now, remember, when you apply for a job, the recruiter gets hundreds of CVs. Why are they going to pick you? Anybody? Why would they want to pick you? They're going to pick you because of the way you sold yourself, the way that you described yourself. So please take that into note. Your skills. Sometimes you are not, you don't have background work experience, but you do have skills. Maybe you've worked at the shop, your parents' shop. Maybe you participated in some sports activities and you learned leadership. That's a skill. Leadership is a skill. So keep that in mind. Whatever you're doing, you're actually harnessing your skills. If you know how to write very well, writing is your skill. If you know how to talk very well, talking is your skill, or communication is your skill. So keep that in mind as well. Education. When you do write your education, remember to put in those distinctions that you achieved. Remember to put up those certificates that you've achieved. Many people think those things are not important. They just write high school from here until there. No, write those things, because then it gives us, employers, a good kind of background as to what kind of student you were and what kind of worker you'd be. And of course, references. Now, references are very difficult to get if you haven't found a job, because references are those people that will then say and vouch for you and say, you know something, Bongi was a great person at work, and that's what your reference is going to be there to vouch for you, to say that you did your job very well. Now, you want to ask a question? Okay.
There's a link between bursary and the CV. So ngifuna ukuhlanganiswa kanjani, because mina ngizofuna high school and I don't have any experiences. So like, since you said the CV, you must have a personal summary and stuff, then put reference ngizofaka abobani regarding from me being from a high school, and I haven't volunteered anywhere.
All right. So you're right. For a bursary, you do need a CV. Okay? Why? Why do you need a CV for a bursary? A CV is mainly just a track record of your achievements. All right? It's just that work is also part of it. And who can vouch for your achievements on your CV? Who? Anybody? Who can vouch? Yeah? 100%. Your teachers. All right? So they will then endorse you. And more so, if you're looking for a bursary, one of the biggest things that you might want to try is actually getting a reference letter from your teacher. Okay? Now, I'm sure you've seen this for people that do their masters in business. They always have to get a reference. A reference letter is very important. So get your teachers to even give you the reference letters. You will get the bursaries. Actually, right now, most of you are not getting the bursaries because you don't know how to put yourself on paper. Because these guys at the back, they don't know you. They have never seen your face. How are they going to know that you're brilliant? How are they going to know that you're going to achieve, your marks at tertiary? Through your CV. Through your certificates that you've put in at the back of your CV, through the reference and the reference letters that are on your CV, the one that you write, and then you send with your application. So if you do want a bursary, a CV is the way to go. Okay, any questions? Nothing. All right. Now, my part was the serious part. I'm not going to leave you guys with just seriousness. So my deputy is coming, and she will get you excited. And as I promised, the best wins. But guys, do enjoy being in high school. But just remember, after this, it gets very difficult. Honestly, enjoy your last days as problem-free, even though I know you got your own. But yeah, all the best.
Applause.